Time now for our PIX panel. Joining me this week, PIX political reporter Henry Rosoff, and with the New Jersey Globe, Joey Fox. So thank you both for being here.
Good morning.
Let's begin with the growing Democratic primary for the New Jersey Senate, right? Survey from Public Policy Polling. Here we go. Voters asked a matchup between Congressman Andy Kim, newcomer First Lady Tammy Murphy, and Senator Bob Menendez. Who would get their vote? Andy Kim, 40%. Tammy Murphy, 21%. Menendez with a measly 5%. With the third still not sure. So let me begin first and foremost, Henry, with what you make of those poll numbers, and if we should really put stock into poll numbers this early.
I would say no. I mean, First Lady Murphy just hopped into the race. I know Andy Kim is very excited about those poll numbers. We may see some more people enter the race. A third unknown. You may very well see Senator Menendez drop out of this thing, and then that would really open it up and people would plug in and really consider this. I'd say a little too early on the poll, but hey, if you're Congressman Kim, you say, that's exactly what I want to see.
Joey, what's your take on that? And also, you spoke to Tammy Murphy after she announced last week. What did you make of that conversation? What was the big headline out of there?
I mean, I think that maybe the biggest headline out of that conversation was that there wasn't really a big headline out of that conversation. You know, First Lady Murphy is entering this race on her record as First Lady. Congressman Kim is entering the race on his record as a congressman. They're both saying that New Jersey needs new representation after these ethics charges, these federal charges against Senator Menendez. And they're not really drawing any super clear contrast with one another yet. And I think this poll shows that, you know, as we stand right now, by the way, it's an internal poll for the Kim campaign. So, right. You know, take that and do it that what you will. I think the poll shows that where we are right now with voters thinking about the race as it stands November 2023, Andy Kim has an advantage. He's run races before. He has that name ID. He has that profile. But in New Jersey, party bosses are more powerful than almost anywhere else in the country. A lot of them are lining up behind Tammy Murphy or will soon do so. So we're going to have to see over the next 7 months. But do people care about that? Do New Jersey residents, Joey, care about the fact that party and county bosses may be putting their weight behind somebody? So it actually, in New Jersey, almost more than anywhere else. I won't go too into depth in this, but basically party bosses help control how the ballot literally looks. Like when a party boss or when a county party endorses a candidate, they actually appear differently on the ballot. And there have been studies that show that voters actually really tend to opt for those candidates unless there's a specific circumstance where they wouldn't. So just sort of in a vacuum,
interesting.
In New Jersey, more than New York, certainly more than just about any other state, those party endorsements can really, really come in handy for a candidate who gathers a lot of them.
Understood. I want to focus on New York City. We just had Deputy Mayor Williams Isom on, Henry, about these budget cuts, right? And big term cuts coming to New York City residents. Take a look right here on your screen, everybody, just as a reminder, including the 4,000 fewer police officers. You know, and she said that this, Henry, is just the beginning. So what comes next?
Another round of 5% cuts. So, you know, very well likely could mean more police officers. There's no freeze at the fire department. That could come next. There's minimal hiring in sanitation department, less litter basket pickup. Well, how about, you know, little to no litter basket pickup and less sanitation? I mean, if you're asking, can it get worse? Yes. I mean, let's focus on schools for a second. I mean, 37,000 3K pre-K seats cut. Now, the schools argue that these are vacant seats, but I mean, a lot of people would say you need to do outreach and fill these seats. Certainly, there's a need for childcare. I'm the parent of a 4-year-old in the city. I can tell you there's a need for childcare.
Understood.
So these are important cuts that are going to hit people hard.
We shall see what happens here as they're taking a look at a new approach now, looking at nonprofits. Some are saying what took so long. I want to focus on Congressman Santos. We're less than a minute left, everybody. A rare concession, decided he will not seek another term. The question is, though, will he finish out his current one? Joey, let me start with you because you're in D.C. What are you hearing?
I mean, there is, you know, I'm focused specifically on New Jersey House members, but just from what I've seen from everyone, it seems like this House Ethics Committee report that came out against Santos is really hitting him hard, and all kinds of members who voted against the expulsion resolution when it came up, I think last month or earlier this month, are already coming out and saying, okay, now that this ethics report is out, we're done with him. So, Henry, there were a few New Jersey members who voted against it. We'll have to we'll see how they stand. But in general, the trend in Congress is very much against it.
Henry, last word,
no more due process shield. I think he's going to get expelled, but we will find out.
To be continued. All right, Joey, Henry, thank you both for being here on PIX and Politics, and we will be right back.